Or these ambitious women that are like, no, I'm gonna go get it. I can still take care of my kids, but I'm gonna go make my money.
You know what type of man you have to be for a woman like us to allow you to lead?
Talk about that.
I just care. I would bet my money we would succumb to it all for a man who could lead.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I would bet money on the fact that I think if we were presented with the opportunity to be with a man who was just a man in every way, who just, it's nothing more than we want than to be comfortable in our own femininity. Our masculinity is a defense tactic.
Yep.
For whenever we feel threatened, or we feel overwhelmed, or we feel not protected, or we feel not loved, or not seen, or not heard, is when we have this defense mechanism where we're like, fuck out of here. Like, we get all tough and I got it. You don't got to do nothing. I got it. You're not going to do this? That's cool. I'm going to get this money and I'm going to do this at a third, so you don't have the time.
Yep.
But if a man really came in to your world and made you comfortable, like, listen, you don't gotta do that. You ever had a man like, yo, fix your face, calm down, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like
there's something about it. It's something about it that you sink back in your chair. Yeah.
The most pit bull girl. What?
Fix your face. Come on, you good?
What's the problem? I handle. Relax.
Yeah. I got you.
That's it. All right, like that little conversation, you be like, my man. I don't know, my man said
you be asking me,
it's like, girl.
Or these ambitious women.
So I did not see the full episode. I saw this clip when I was in the wonderful world of TikTok, as I always am, and I thought this conversation was extremely interesting for a lot of different reasons. There's no way for me to give you all my opinions after one play, so we're going to have to play it and pause it so I can break down exactly my thoughts on this video.
Like, no, I'm going to go get it. I can still take care of my kids, but I'm going to go make my money.
You know what type of man you have to be for a woman like us to allow you to lead?
Talk about that.
This is what got me. Immediately what got me about this conversation was she said, do you know what kind of man you have to be to allow us to let you lead? That means that this is women having the conversation that you have to be a special type of man for me to be able to hand the reins over to you. To give the power over to you. And then what's interesting is that they went down and had a whole conversation of how that man acts and how that man would behave. But if we want to get to the root of the issue, if we want to talk about the actual traits of that man in his whole entirety is not a man who is allowed to do anything. He just is. Oh, he doesn't want to be with a woman who is going to allow him to lead because he already is a leader. When women get around him, women are immediately going to just fall in line. Because of his respect, because of his self-respect, because of his dignity, because of his pride as a man, because of who he is. Because of who I am and what I have to offer, women are just going to fall into place. You know what it means to me when a woman says, oh, he got to be a special type of man for me to be feminine around him, or he got to be a special type of man for me to do this. This says that you think that you are still in control of the situation. That's what this is telling me. This is telling me that you feel that it's up to you. Everything is up to you because you think that you are the center of the entire relationship and everything revolves around you. And that's where we have the biggest discourse between men and women, because women will sit around and say that they want a masculine man, a strong man, a man who's a leader, a man who does this, a man who does that. And at the same time, you still want to exert some kind of control. Oh yeah, he only leads me because I let him lead me. That means that you're the power source.
Kat, I would bet my money we would succumb to it all for a man who could lead.
You're right.
I would bet money on the fact that I think if we were presented with the opportunity to be with a man who was just a man in every way, who just, it's nothing more than we want than to be comfortable in our own femininity.
Okay, this is the next thing, right? and this is not particularly to these women, because I don't know them personally, right? I don't know them personally. I don't know their relationships and how they maneuver. But for the sake of this conversation, okay, because I saw the comments, the women in the comments, yes, sis, exactly. I feel exactly like this. And for the majority of women in this state right now, you really think that you would succumb to a good man if he stepped to you? How do you know that when you're nasty to every man that passes your way? First of all, how do you know that? How would you even get to that step if you're disrespectful to men on a whole? You can't stand men. You can't stand to be around them. You can't stand what they stand for. Let's be real. How do you expect that you are going to flip this switch and just become this magical person just because he's the man of your dreams? It's not going to happen. You know why? Because the traits that are in you that you think that you don't have to change, which means you're not going to change, those traits are going to stay there and linger. So when you get into a relationship with a good man, you're still going to be battling with your mouth, with being disrespectful, with knowing your place, with knowing boundaries. Because if you're not actively living like that now, what makes you think that a man is going to come around and all of a sudden all of this change is going to be so ignited? It's not.
Our masculinity is a defense tactic.
Yep.
Okay, now this, I know, guys. Pause and play, I know. But listen, this right here grinds my gears. This statement that she made right here grinds my gears. Because you know what happened? Somebody made that statement. Somebody said, oh, well, the reason why women are masculine is because, it's because we have to be, or it's because it's a defense mechanism. And then women take that and run with it. Right? So I hear a lot of women say this, like, oh, it's only a defense mechanism because we have to be, and this, when most of the time when you look at a lot of the lifestyles that these women lead, what in your lifestyle is requiring you to be masculine? What is it? Decision making, you're a single, able-bodied person. Adults make decisions. Taking care of your household, again, you're an adult. That's what you have to do. What is requiring you to be outside of your nature? How come we don't hear men saying, oh, well, because, I'm single, or because, I have children and I have to balance the time with their mother and I'm a single parent, I have conditional femininity. Like, sometimes I'm feminine because I have to be that motherly figure, but at the same time, like, if a real woman comes around, then I can be comfortable in my masculinity. A lot of women will be looking at this man like, absolutely not. Like, that's a no-go. Don't want to be with you. No, thank you. Bye. But women have no problem. Oh, yeah, well, I'm masculine because I just have to be. Because, it's just something I have to do. It's a defense mechanism. It's this. There's excuse, except for I was raised this way. I never understood what it was to maneuver through life and still be in my femininity. Keep my femininity intact as I'm going through stress, as I'm going through problems, as I'm going through drama. I've never seen it. So I lean to this way of being. And it's not the right way. No, that's not the conversation ever. I've never heard a woman say that. All I hear women say is, oh, it's just because, sometimes we got to play both roles, and sometimes we got to do what we got to do. And so, yeah, I got to be masculine sometimes. No.
Or whenever we feel threatened, or we feel overwhelmed, or we feel not protected, or we feel not loved, or not seen, or not heard, is when we have this defense mechanism where we're like, fuck out of here. Like, we get all tough and I got it. You don't got to do nothing. I got it. You're not going to do this? That's cool. I'm going to get this money and I'm going to do this at a third, so you don't have the time. Yeah. But if a man really came in to your world and made you comfortable, like, listen, you don't got to do that. You ever had a man like, yo, fix your face. Calm down.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, oh, ooh, so cute, Most of the time, if you have a man that tells you fix your face, you're gonna tell him about himself, his mama, where he come from, because you're not in the mood, because this, because that. Come on. If you're gonna be anything, be for real. Like, most of the time, women say this and they fantasize about this because it sounds good. But a man is not going to always tell you fix your face because he's trying to make you happy again. No, sometimes he's telling you that because you need to evolve or grow. If your man is telling you that you being around your homegirl is keeping you bound, you're going to tell him he could kick rocks because he's replaceable and she's not. When a man really puts his foot down, when it really matters, y'all are all tight-lipped. Oh, no. No man can't tell me what to do. That's when the quote-unquote masculinity comes back. That's why men look very closely at women. That's why men don't want to get married now. Because they're like, oh, no, she performing good right now in the girlfriend stage, in the dating stage. She seemed nice. She seemed cool. I don't know. I don't want to put that ring on her finger and she performed the switcheroo. I don't know about that. I don't know if I could deal with that because all of a sudden, a woman starts feeling ownership over you. Now men get married, all of a sudden the woman starts feeling like, oh, you can't do better than me anyway because I'm your wife. Where you gonna go? They start forgetting who the man was. They start treating him like he's not who he is.
Something about it that you sink back in your chair. Yeah.
The most pit bull girl. What?
Fix your face. Come on, you good.
What's the problem? I handle. Relax.
Yeah. I got you.
That's it. All right. Like that little conversation. You be like, my man. I don't know. My man said
you be asking me.
It's like, girl.
But the thing is, okay, one thing that I love that she said is that a lot of women claim, okay, this is something that we know as true. A lot of women claim they want a man who is dominant, powerful, a leader, alpha male, right? A lot of women claim that they want an alpha male. But when you look and when you listen to these conversations, a lot of these women do not understand what the balance of an alpha male is. They think, oh, well, he's an alpha male. He needs to be with me and I'm an alpha female. Wrong. Somebody has to be dominant. Somebody has to be submissive. Y'all both can't be the line leader. You remember when we growing up in school? Two people can't be the line leader. Somebody got to be the line leader. Somebody got to be second. A lot of you think, oh, we're both first, and we both this, and we both that, and that's the problem. How are you going to get there if the first time you and him have discourse, you're talking about, see, I'm done with these men because he don't pay my bills. He can't tell me what to do. See, I don't want to be with this man because, he think just because he gave me a little money that all of a sudden I got to shut up and do what he say. I'm good off that. Oh, no, ain't no man going to tell me I can't go out when I want to go out. A lot of women do this. They get with the man and then they confront his leadership with a whole lot of combative energy. And then talk about, oh yeah, well, I don't know when I'm going to find the right guy for me. Maybe it's you that needs to be changed. Maybe it's you who needs to look into yourself and realize that every time that good guy steps to you, you got a problem. All the time. A lot of women want to be able to be free, do what they want to do, and then at the same time, in the same breath, they say, oh, I want a man that's going to check me. I want a man that's going to put me in my place. I want my man. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because at the first sight that he tells you something that you don't want to hear, you're running for the hills. You're gone, out of there. So do you really want that, or does it just sound good to you? Because the women who really want that understand that not every time is it going to feel like, oh, my man, my man, my man. Not every time is it going to make you, sit back in your seat. Not every time are you going to love that. No. That's not how it operates. Sometimes it's going to be a decision that maybe you don't personally agree with. Or it doesn't necessarily feel good, but it's the best decision for you. And you flow with it. A lot of women are in this space that they just want to be comfortable all the time. That's why we have a lot of women who are lazy. Talking about, I don't clean, I don't this, I don't that, lazy. Overweight, just going to be real. Okay, because everything is about comfort for them. I'm going to eat what I feel like because I'm craving it and I deserve it. So comfort, 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 and it's not helping you, it's harming you. Sometimes you got to get out of what's comfortable. Look at things for what they really are. Be comfortable with change, evolving, growth. Then you'll see a difference. But let me know what you guys think about this. I could go on and on. Okay, as you guys can see, I could go on and on. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.